Okay, coaches, this is our positional play session. There aren't a ton of different activities in this one, but there is a ton of information and a ton to teach. So we'll just go over it quickly. So the first activity is a rondo. So simple. We are looking to do, there we go. I think you can see that now. So probably 4v1 or 5v1. You'll probably need two different boxes of this. This is, again, just to warm their brains and their bodies up for what they're going to be doing in the larger session. And you're going to start to build in some concepts and some terminology. What you want to focus on here is scanning. They need to know by the end of the session what it means to scan. Scan literally means to just pick your head up and look around the field. But then specifically, what are you looking for? You are looking to identify pressure. This is our defender. They are applying pressure to me. I need to know where that defender is. That's how I make my decisions. That's how I understand how much time I have and when and where I should play the ball, because I have scanned and I know where the pressure is. Space, I need to know where there are open areas on the field, both for me to be able to move to and for me to be able to play to. We talk about this a lot in our openings sessions. The ball. Obviously, I have to be aware of where the ball is. If my teammate has the ball here and I'm not paying attention, I don't know, I'm not of much use to my team. And then teammates, these are the people that are going to help you get out of trouble. You need to know where they are. You need to know, which direction you can move to assist them, but also which direction you can move the ball to connect. So we're scanning. In this, we're looking to scan. Where's the pressure? Where's the space? Where's the ball? Where are my teammates? Now, where you're going to spend almost your entire session is in the larger positional rondo. This is what I mean. You are going to use as much space as you can possibly get. So whether that is a half of a field at Cedar Creek, or if you have the luxury of having the entire space at Cedar Creek, use it all. Use every blade of grass that you have available to you. You are going to put players out in your position. So if you're playing 7v7, 2 strikers, a center midfielder, 3 defenders, and a goalkeeper, you're going to use all of them. The way that this starts is you are going to provide them a ball, and you will first pick a target number, pick something attainable, pick something like 3. All right, so they're just going to find 3 passes, 1, 2, 3. Now, the important part of this is, how does our shape move? Because immediately what's going to happen is this ball's going to come here to this player, and all of these players are just going to stand still, and you cannot allow that to happen. If we are playing in a game and our right back has the ball here, where should our goalkeeper go? Should they still be standing on their line? Should they come out a little bit? Should they shift this way? Where do you want them to actually be? Where should our center back go? Should they be standing in a straight line with them here? Should they drop? Should they shift? Where should this left defender go? Should they come out here wider? Should they go forward? Should they come backward? Should they tuck in? Where should this center midfielder go? Should they run away? Should they come all the way to him? Right? Should they check in a little bit? Where should this forward go? Should they run away? Should they check out here wide? And then where should the forward on the opposite side go? Right? Should they come across so they can stay connected too? Right? So you're coaching literally, how does our shape move? The passes themselves will be easy, but we are not coaching that. We are hoping that the possession works so that we can go forward in our session. But what we're teaching and what they're selling them on is that the possession is going to work because we are doing the running, we're moving, right, off of the ball to keep our shape, and that's what's going to give us the options and the outlets to make the possession work. So after we've gotten 3 passes, no defenders, 3 passes, 1 defender can come in and the game continues. All right, can we find 3 passes? 1, where does everybody move when we play that 1? How does the shape adjust? 2, how does the shape adjust? 3, our defender's coming for us. How does that shape adjust? Now that we've gotten 3 passes with 1 defender, a second defender comes in. And again, we're going to do this. Every 3 passes, we're going to add more and more defenders. Right now, the way that the attacking team wins is if they can get in every single defender and then find 3 passes, the attacking team has won. What you are doing as the coach is you are constantly focusing on how does our shape move, right? We, again, right now, if this player has the ball and they make a bad choice, right, and they pass the ball here and it gets intercepted, we don't care right now. That's not what we're coaching in this yet. What we're coaching right now is how does our shape move. If this center back is in a good spot, and this forward's in a good spot, and this center midfielder's in a good spot, and this forward's in a good spot, and the keeper's in a good spot, and the right back's in a good spot, you're winning as a coach. You are doing it. All right? How does our shape move? That's what you're focused on. The way that the defenders right now can win this game is if they are able to win the ball. There's a goal here. All right? Can you win it? Shoot and score. Right? So obviously you don't want these defenders to have to defend the entire time. So every now and again, take a defender and say, all right, in games, lots of times you play right back, so you two are going to switch, right? Swap them in, put them into positions, right? So you're going to keep these players moving around so everybody has an opportunity to come and play on the field and in the positions and in the shape, and everybody's going to have to defend at some point. Here's how you can make this a more competitive game after a little while. And when I do this with my teams, I always act like I am rooting against the larger group and I'm on the defenders team. So the defenders are there representing me. So what I will then do is I'll put some other goals around. We have those pug goals. So I will put one here. Pug goal. Put one here. Put one here. Put one here. Okay. Again, the way that the attackers can win this game is they can get, at this point you can do a couple of different things. You can either still keep it where they can get everybody on and they can win, or you can do something like every 4 passes that they get, you add a defender, but they get a point, right? So they get 4 passes free at the start, or 3 passes, whatever number you pick. So 1, 2, 3, they lead 1-0. Now we bring on a defender. 1, 2, 3, right? We bring on a defender, but it's 2-0. What the defending team can do now is now when they pluck that ball, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places that they can score. So it helps keep your defenders engaged. You want live, active, motivated defenders to make all of this work, because if it's too easy for these players, then it's easier for them to be lazy. You want these players to have to work. You want them to have to really, really run and transition and move. And again, right, as this ball goes forward, it gets into these areas, can we have realistic movements? Can these players get up the field? If the ball is up here, what do you want your goalkeeper doing? You want him back here? You want him still in your box? You want him to come out? I want mine to come out. So, all right, how does our shape move around the field? But you want these players in possession to really, really have to run and work, and you need motivated, hardworking defenders. And if they've got lots of different places that they can score, that helps keep them motivated and moving and helps make all of this much more realistic. So the next part that you're going to have to coach is block and recover. We are not going to be perfect in possession. We will at some point give that ball away. And when we do, these defenders have all these different places they can score. And they don't have to dribble it there, right? We can intercept this pass and just turn and fire. So the very first thing we have to do is we have to try to block this shot. So if we've given this ball away, how fast can we close down and collapse on them to try to block or prevent a shot? If we have blocked or prevented that shot, now we have to recover it back. And now we've recovered it back, but we have a problem. We used to be big and spread out, and now we are all jumbled up. Good thing we started this practice Can you see? Can you see a good thing we started this practice with rondos? Good thing we've been working on possession. So while we're here and we're jumbled back out, can we stay calm, cool, and collected? And can we rondo back out into our shape? So instead of panicking, all right, and launching this ball away or this player taking off dribbling, can we just connect a simple pass? When we connect that simple pass, does it give this player time to find their shape? Does it give this player time to find a little bit of shape? Does it give this player time to find a little bit of shape? As this pressure comes, can we find another simple pass? Here comes more pressure, but does that give us more time to adjust and find more, right? More familiar ground as our shape, as this pressure comes? Can we rondo? All right, can we turn? Oops, I moved the player instead of the ball. Can we rondo? And pretty soon, all right, we have rondoed our way back out of that pressure and we have shape. And no matter how many defenders are on, this is a term and these are cues that are familiar to your players. We don't have to panic. We practice rondos. We do possession games. We do these things a lot. We can rondo our way out of pressure. So activity number 1, rondos. We're working on scanning, pressure, space, ball, teammates. Positional play in our rondos. Can we continue to scan? How does our shape realistically move? Right? If we give it the ball, can we block and can we cover? Can we block and can we recover the ball? And then when we're in that jumbled up mess, can we rondo our way back out? And you can do this round after round, and you can always put either a time limit on it or play to a certain score. And I will raise the stakes, and I will say that I'm with the defenders. If the defenders win, you guys all owe us 2 push-ups, 2 sit-ups, 2 jumping jacks, and 2 cartwheels. But if the attacking team wins, not only will the defenders do 2 push-ups, 2 sit-ups, 2 jumping jacks, and 2 cartwheels, but I'm on their team, so I lost 2. So I will also do the 2 push-ups, 2 sit-ups, 2 jumping jacks, and 2 cartwheels. And again, it's not a punishment. It's just raising the stakes, making it a little bit more fun. It's just an acknowledgement, a fun acknowledgement that we lost, so we owe you a little something.